week, this video this week is me doing a bent wood, which is two different kinds of wood. Which at the minute this is just being soaked in warm water, and I'm going to roll it round a socket. So one will be for the inside of the ring, and one will be for the outside. Two different concepts of wood. I think this is a pine, and I think the second one, the outer side, is an oak. But when I bought this, it was laminate with glue on it. So it's the wrong kind. You need actual inlay wood which has got no glue on it. So that's why I'm having to do one on other wrong way around, which is this one and the other one. But yeah, this is my fault. This is why it's ended up with a meteorite inlay, because where the joint is and it got sanded, you can obviously at the end of the video you'll see the line. So that's what we've cut out and made an inlay, which I picked up some meteorite off the internet, and this is why we've ended up with a meteorite. So what we do is we find a socket to fit the sort of finger size. So then this will be the inner side. So we just wrap it and protect it with some masking tape, so when we start gluing it doesn't stick to and be a bit more hard to get off. So we're just taking them apart, unravelling them. This is where they've been wet and the glues can sort of dried it a little bit, but we should get round that. It's nice, ends up quite a nice ring after, even though it is the laminate with the glue on, which was my mistake. I mean, all learning, aren't we? So yeah, so what we do is just get some glue and sand. Well, what we've got to do is sand this first little bit so it's right thin, so when it comes and fits round back onto wood, there's not a massive
care package on the way.
There's not a massive discrepancies. So just a nice general sand, get it wafer thin, and should be set to go. So at this point we start wrapping it around the socket, bit of glue at a time, trying to keep it tight so it keeps a nice tight ring. So yeah, it's one of those points where you think, oh, you're going to be safe, you're not going to end up gluing your fingers to my heaven. So you could wear gloves, but I've done a few, so get used to your fingers sticking to the socket. So this is the inner core, so we're just giving it a bit of a sand, just so there's no raised areas for the outer core to go onto. So we don't want a massive lip sort of thing. So we just give it a good sand, just try and sand it back a bit. And this is your outer core, which we do the same again. Just give it a bit of a sand so it's a bit wafer thin. So then we can start wrapping it, and you should have a nice even consistency. So we've come to a decent size, so we've just cut off and just put a bit of masking tape and hopefully glue the last bit in and keep it tight with the masking tape until it goes off. So this is a bit of time after it's gone off and all the glue's hard, and then we try and get it off at socket, which is not an easy thing, but it's better than if we didn't have the masking tape there. So obviously it's rolled up now, and we need to fuse the fibres in the wood. So this, we're going to go along and glue right round the edge to hopefully infuse all the fibres together so it makes it one solid piece. So at this point it is just literally getting a very thin super glue and getting it soaking into the fibres. So we have to go through it a few times, keep on going back, soaking it, just so all those woods and all those fibres get a coat and they're bond together. So we've left it a little bit longer again, and we'll come back to sanding it, which we need to sand the side and get it all sort of like level, get all bits of masking tape off, any rough parts of glue. So we just give the entire ring a really good sand and get it near to where we're wanting it. So we're just giving it a nice sand inside, so it's a nice snug fit. And at this point, we made like a bit of a jig to put the inner ring in, so we can start giving it a super glue finish, which is usually what they do, is use a super glue instead of like a nail varnish or a we'll call it a lacquer or all like that. So what we'll do is give it a nice couple of coats of super glue and get it up nice and shiny. At this point, can you see the line across the ring where the super glue, where the lamy has got glue on the back of it, so it's, when you sand it back you can see the glue line, which is a long line. So this is when we realise that we've got to take that part of the ring out. So at first it was going to be a bentwood, just a pure bentwood ring, but then when we sort of noticed that, and it had to be so we had to do an inlay into it to eliminate that line. So this is my makeshift pestle and mortar for crushing rocks up. So all it is just a big piece of tubing, metal tubing. That's the meteorite, which is a polished meteorite which I got. And then we just get, I've got a solid bar, which then it's on a piece of metal, so, and then just carry on smashing it, and just keep on smashing it until I get small fragments and dust fragments. And that's as pretty as much as makeshift pestle and mortar for breaking rocks and that. And at this point I was a bit surprised because it looked a bit like glass, the meteorite which I bought when I smashed it up.
That's fucking glass.
So I've got it smashed up as much as nice little rocks to sit inside and some dust. So I smashed it up as much as I could. The pestle and mortar works absolutely a treat. And this is something I made which is like giant tweezers, like something, you know, like grabbers for cooking or something like that, but I've just put a bit of cork in and 2 bolts to hold it, so then I can cut the line away where it looks awful, where the vinyl with the glue on the back and it's got that line. So we try and take it off in a big V format, so you can have plenty of room to get some decent rocks in there, so we can get a bit of bling. And I think it turned out pretty nice actually. And it's learning by mistakes. Obviously the vinyl was wrong, but I should have said the inlay was wrong, which I got. But it's a matter of learning, innit? It turns out wrong, but it's that sort of learning on correcting it, which pretty proud of, you know, coming up with a different sort of solution to try and fix it. So at this point, this is the V. Just get some super glue. Literally just start laying in the pieces of meteorite, so we can get it in and then get it sanded down as much as we can. So at this point it's fully dried, fully cured. So we just start hitting it with different gradients of sandpapers to try and get that rock knocked down a bit, so it's a bit more flusher, because you don't want to be scraping past something and slashing somebody's arm or out open or cutting out on. So we just keep on giving it a good sand and just sanding it all the way right round. And once it's sanded and we've got it pretty much smooth, and we'll go over it with super glue again and try and get that high gloss shine back to it, and bring it back up to a good overall shine. At this point it's just a matter of gluing it up and getting it nice and shiny. So I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed, commented, shared. Thank you very much. Anybody who'd like to subscribe me, please subscribe, please comment, please share, and please ring that bell, because I try and get something up nearly every week if possible. Thank you very much, and see you later.